Hi there, this is Tom Lee. I'm the Chief Investment Officer of Fundstrat Capital and the lead portfolio manager for Fundstrat's U.S. Large Cap Granny Shots ETF, ticker GRNY. This is the update for the week of June 5th. First, let me cover some particulars. At the end of the period, price was $20.81, net asset value of $20.83, and total assets of $1.12 billion. For the past week, Granny Shots rose 1.7%, while the S&P rose 1.9%, or roughly 22 basis points of underperformance. Year to date, Granny Shots is outperforming the S&P 500 by 450 basis points. And as you can see here, in each of the last 3 months, Granny Shots has outperformed the S&P 500. On today's macro, I do want to just focus on the feud between President Trump and Elon Musk and its effect on Tesla, which is a granny shot. The dispute has a lot to do with President Trump's one big beautiful bill. Elon Musk has claimed it is expanding the deficit and it's wasteful. And of course, this would lead to a feud. And it escalated fairly quickly on Thursday. It started with, again, the usual criticism by Musk, and President Trump then said Elon was wearing thin and claimed Elon Musk was just upset because the EV mandates were eliminated. Now, this enraged Elon Musk, who called him a liar, and Trump responded by saying that they would end government subsidies and contracts with Elon Musk. And then Elon Musk took this another step and said that President Trump is in the Epstein files. And of course, this took it to another level. And President Trump didn't escalate it from there. He just says, you kind of wish Elon Musk had left earlier. And then Elon followed up his tweet with another saying that he is going to decommission the Dragon spacecraft immediately. So, of course, this got many people worried that this needs to de-escalate quickly. Now, Bill Ackman, for instance, said he supports both sides and that it's better to make peace. And Elon actually responded to that saying, you're not wrong. And Elon showed some humor. This is a tweet about DNC headquarters, and Elon Musk responded but with a laugh. And even somebody with only 17 followers said, this is a shame, this back and forth. You're both better than this. Cool off and take a step back for a couple of days. And Elon Musk responded with, good advice. Okay, we won't decommission Dragon. So it looks like things are cooling off on Elon Musk's side, but there was a lot of damage to Tesla shareholders. Started with Elon's tweet about the Epstein files. Tesla, which has been down roughly 7% from its highs, fell 14% almost immediately after that tweet. And that's because investors thought this was actually taking this to a new level. And of course, I think Tesla investors are used to this. But if you take a step back and look at Tesla from its 2010 to now, when it went from $1 to $280 today, that decline that we're seeing recently really looks like it's just coming back to support. So I don't think the long-term picture really has changed all that much for Tesla. And let's just review the competitive strength. Tesla has a lead in EV design, a lead in manufacturing electric vehicles. They have a robo-taxi product coming soon. It's going to start next week. And they have a competitive, vastly more competitive robo-taxi design that costs roughly 1/4 that of the nearest competitor. And Tesla is planning to launch or to introduce Optimus robots that actually have not only finger dexterity, but as you may have seen in some of these videos, a lot of movement dexterity. And of course, there are drones potentially in the future. So when you look at the suite of products that Tesla has, it is pretty unmatched. And then there's the possibility that they may merge xAI, which is their AI unit, which also owns the platform x.com, formerly known as Twitter. And with all that, I would say that Tesla, of course, still holds all of its advantages. And so we aren't too concerned about the decline. Now, I thought we'd visit a name that fell last week and we talked about, which was FICO, and that because it became part of the bullseye of the White House. And we said, give it a week or two to see what would happen. Well, FICO had already started to bounce last week, and in the past 5 trading days has gained another 6%. So it is now up 20% from its lows. And so it's not great looking from what I'd say technically, but it still has a place in granny shots for now. And now in terms of the broader granny portfolio, the top 5 performers in the past week were Palantir, Oracle, GE, Robinhood, and CrowdStrike. The bottom 5 performers were MicroStrategy, Eaton Corp, Bank of New York, Arista Networks, and Cadence Design Systems. From a theme perspective, the best performing theme has been energy and cybersecurity, led by Palantir. And then our style tilt, which is a seasonal product, or sorry, a seasonal portfolio. And bottom line, just keep in mind, this remains the most hated V-shaped stock market rally, and I think that's what keeps pullback shallow. I'll speak to you soon. Thank you.